Ahoy, Morning Breathers. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of Morning Breath. We have this morning, we'll have good breath. We have got Peter at the helm this morning. Ahoy, Peter.
Ahoy, ahoy.
And Boss Man Matt is with us.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, Matthew. Ooh, I like that.
There you go.
And look at there, John the Voice has
Good morning.
graced us
Ahoy.
this Tuesday morning.
Ahoy.
Sitting next to you, John, is some
I'm eyeing it right now.
bacon or some chocolate covered bacon that I'm assuming, Boss Man, you have tried.
I have tried. There is a dark chocolate and a white chocolate version in
For
there.
God's sakes.
And I have tried both, and I can highly recommend both.
This is
It's chocolate covered bacon. I don't know how to go wrong.
Courtesy of longtime listener Cindy.
Yes.
So we haven't. John and I haven't tried any yet. I don't know, Peter. Did you get any of that delectable bacon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just me.
Well, wait a minute.
I guess. But it was good. I highly recommend.
I'm impressed that it's still here.
It was. She brought it yesterday at some point. And
It was kind of late afternoon.
Yeah.
At least when you texted
yeah,
us.
I sent out the text alert that it was in the building.
Alert.
Yes.
It's like
And nobody made a mad rush over here.
No. But
it was like a Peyton Manning football call. Alert.
exactly. Omaha. Chocolate covered bacon in the building.
So we had the second night of the Southeast Iowa Video Network streaming of the Washington boys and girls basketball last night, and I spent some more time watching that. Sorry,
That's all good.
didn't get the whole girls game in, but and watched at least half of the ladies and then most of the boys. And lo and behold, there's John the Voice
Lo and behold.
running up and down the court. Officiating, you were with your crew. Was that your normal crew?
Yes,
last night?
it was Josh Schaefer and Brevin Wilson.
I know Josh. The other kid, the other gentleman, I did not know.
Yeah, he's out of Mount Pleasant, so he's a younger fellow. He's been he's weird. It's not weird, but he's fun. But it's weird because he started reffing when he was like 14, like at like little youth tournaments and stuff like that.
I was talking to my sports guy. He said he's only like 23 now or something.
Mhm.
So he's
exactly.
young.
Yeah, he's young. He's young, but he does a really good job for.
He must be the longest referee then.
Oh, he jumped in with us last year, and then for this year, and then he actually took a job at Lake of the Ozarks, and so we're enjoying this year. We've dubbed it the last dance because we only get this one full year with them, unfortunately. So yeah, but we're having a good time out there.
Awesome. Well, from my discerning eye, it did not look like you did a horrible job. Your crew. I don't know. I didn't.
That's quite the compliment from you this morning, Tim. You're not horrible. So
You're worse.
Tim, you don't do a horrible job hosting Morning Breath. I just want you to know that from the bottom of my
I
heart.
just want to not suck.
I just want to not suck.
We've got a goal. No, I mean, I didn't expect any. I didn't expect you to be horrible. I didn't. That's not what I meant. What I didn't know is when did they change the 3 referees?
Well, that's been years and
Because
years
back
and years
when
ago.
I played, I think there was just 2.
And there is still 2 at like a JV level, and a junior high level. They still do 2. But yes,
Junior high is definitely 2. I can vouch for that.
Yep. And then the
They
junior
don't need 3.
Yeah, and then like whenever you do like a JV game, like they'll do 2 as well. Every once in a while they'll do like whenever they like last night was a varsity doubleheader. Sometimes they'll do a doubleheader like one part like the boys will go on the road and the girls will be home or vice versa, and then you'll still have a 3-person crew usually for like JV and varsity as well. So it just depends on how the evening's formatted.
You'll be darned. Yeah, I didn't realize that had changed. That would have just been in my way
Yeah,
back in the day. Yeah, what are you doing here?
it does make it interesting because it's like you have to
It's like a choreographed dance.
It
Yeah,
really
you guys-
is.
you
You
gotta
guys
share.
kind of you knew
Yeah.
where you were moving to.
You do.
You were in your own zone.
I'll teach you something if you like. So
let's hear
whoever signals that is always what we call the lead official. You have a lead and you have a trail, which are always on the same side. And then you have that guy who forms the other part of the triangle, which is called a C or a center, if you will. So what happens is that the lead who's under the basket, he or she decides how the rest of it goes, because if they decide to rotate over, that means the guy who's sitting here in the center has to flex up and take the place of a trail, and the trail has to slide down and take the place of the center.
I see.
So it goes this number depending on back and
It's like
forth.
a triangle offense.
Correct.
Like,
That is
there you go.
correct. Absolutely.
So I thought it was if you called a foul, then you got moved.
Well, that happens too as well. So, but then there's different variations to that too, to where if someone calls a foul and it's right there and we're going the other way, they might just what we call step out, signal, go, and then we then avoid any what we call long rotations. But yeah, there's honestly
There's a game within a game.
there is,
Indeed.
and there's different things like with your signals. The mechanics are the hard part because depending on what your signal is. So, for example, if you ever watch when an official blows their whistle, their hand goes up, and I'll make sure I'm on camera here. If there's a fist, there's a foul. If the hand is open, that means it's just some kind of violation, like out of bounds, travel, jump ball, whatever. So it's very different depending on if the fist is open or closed. And that's how that's how we talk to each other,
And that's all done in seconds.
or even less than sometimes. Yeah. Mhm.
Very good. There's see, we're not only sometimes funny, we're also very informative.
We are informative.
Educational,
Now-
informational.
Now
and
we know
entertaining.
about how the refs choreograph their dance.
So on the next edition of Iowa Public Television, we're going to whatever. I do need to say that the Southeast Iowa Union is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thank you, Casey.
Thank you, Casey.
Duluth Buck Naked
Thanks,
Underwear.
Casey, and all the gang over KCTC. Did you say?
I said Duluth Buck Naked Underwear.
Speaking of Duluth,
Oh boy.
Oh, here comes Alex.
there's a hockey team coming to town in the area. I wonder if Alex is coming down.
Well, first of all, it's Duluth, Minnesota, so of course there's a hockey team.
Yeah,
But
they play year round up there.
they do outside.
Outdoors.
Yeah, right,
Outdoors.
exactly on the pond.
So I just happened to see that, and I didn't pay attention to where it has to be Cedar Rapids or I don't know. Maybe it's the in the Coralville
The Heartlanders.
Heartlanders. I don't know, but Duluth's coming to town.
Well, there you go.
I'm going to formally invite Alex to come down with the team. See
Okay.
if that works.
Yeah, he's such a big sports nut.
He really is. He reminds me a lot of you, Peter.
No, not at all.
No.
No, that was too far. You went too far.
A bridge too far. He said we went too far.
A bridge too far.
All right. Well, I am gonna send him a text to see if he's making the trip.
All
Maybe
right.
he's got a documentary on AA hockey league, something.
Maybe.
Who knows? Hey, and the Morning Breath crew, we're sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you,
you,
Willie.
Willie.
You might have thought I'd forgotten about that.
I had great faith in you.
I'm zoned in. I am.
John just looked at me like, "What are you sucking up for?"
I'm like, you're in charge. It's supposed to be the other way around. Like, what are we doing?
What else is there to talk about? We talked about sport.
I can tell you who the top Iowa speeding tickets were in 2024. Top 5.
Like the top fastest?
Top fastest. Top speeds were higher in 2024 than previous years. The top speeds recorded by the Iowa State Patrol in 2024, 164 miles per hour.
Ooh, is that a motorcycle?
I didn't say.
Wow.
There's no details. It just says well, Nikki G's joining us morning. Ahoy, Nikki G. Yeah, Nikki was running one of the cameras last night, so
I saw Nikki G.
yeah, he was on camera a couple times. So 164 miles an hour is the top. Next was 154 miles per hour. Then 3 came in at 150 miles an hour. So the fine for speeding that kind of speed is $100 if you're 20 miles per hour over the speed limit.
That's
so it's
not enough.
$100 plus $5 for each 1 mile per hour in excess of 20 miles per hour over. So if you're going down the interstate and the speed limit's 70, you get it basically at 20 to 90 is your whatever. That's $100, and over that, then it's $5 per mile. So the $164 or 164 miles per hour is $470, which is still not
Still
enough.
probably not enough.
But that doesn't include court costs and all the other stuff that they throw on there.
A couple hundred more bucks.
Yeah. So, but $470 for 164 miles an hour, I think that's not enough.
I thought they could just yank your license.
Well,
right away.
maybe they can.
Denise says 164 was Kevin driving the Archer van.
Well, I don't know which.
Got to
van
get those
Denise-
Christmas deliveries in on time.
Exactly. I'm thinking that van's not going 164.
Oh, it's souped up.
Is it okay? All right.
They hit the afterburners. And
Jimmy says that's fast, maybe somewhat dangerous.
Maybe we shouldn't ask this question. What's the fastest you guys have ever driven a vehicle before?
I've been.
Statute of limitations. Okay, we just
I think the fastest I've driven was it was in a rental car. It was a long story, but anyway, it was a rental car, and it was a sports car. Somebody else rented it, and I said, I want to drive that. And they're like, well, but I rented this. And I'm like, yeah, well, you can come with me. And we got just under 100. I've been in a car that's gone over 100, but probably 110, something like that.
Nice.
And it's kind of a scary feeling.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and you?
Well, I'm going to ask him next.
Oh,
I'm strategically dodging the question.
You brought it up.
No, okay, I'll tell you. So years ago, when I lived in a different state, I won't say which one, but I lived in a different state out west, and there's a lot of wide open spaces in there, and I worked for a car dealership out there. And so we had brought in a Corvette Z06.
Oh, Jesus.
Which, if you ever driven one of those, you're like laying on the ground. Right. I mean, you are down there. And I was transporting this vehicle from one dealership to the other because there was multiple dealerships in this franchise. Yeah, I just so happened to be the unfortunate one to draw the straw for that. And I was out in the country in between on this wide open highway, and I dropped the hammer, and I got to 138, and that was about as fast as and I felt like I was starting to float.
Yeah,
and it was I mean, I was white knuckling, but it was a rush.
Yeah,
a little bit of an adrenaline jungle. Yeah, heavy, very heavy vehicle, and very, very low to the ground, very aerodynamic, if you will. So, yep, as fast as I've ever went.
Yeah, I think I was in the mid 120s, and I was in a Mercedes. They're made for the Autobahn.
Yeah, absolutely. That was going to be my other thing. Was like the Autobahn people drive. Like, it can be done. Like, this whole thing of driving fast, like, it can be done now.
Well, clearly, somebody can go 164 miles an hour on an Iowa road somewhere. So,
I'm not the most aggressive driver anymore, but, I like driving as fast as everybody, 70, 75. Yep. And I get passed very frequently.
Oh, yeah.
Very frequently.
Oh, yeah.
Like, easily, quickly passed. So there's a lot of people that apparently have somewhere to go, and they're in a big hurry.
Well, like I said, when I was around, 100.
You sound like the crickety old grandpa.
Yeah. No, you sound like a song. I'm in a hurry to get things done, and I rush and rush, and life's no fun because all I got to do is live and die. I'm in a hurry, and I don't know why.
There we go. It's just unbelievable that I can say something that John would find a lyric.
But you know that song.
I do not know that song.
I promise you do. If I played it and you heard it, you're like, oh, I know that song.
You can tell me over the...
Okay, I won't do any copyright infringements and play it now, but yes.
I can tell you, though, when you get 100 or over 100, it takes a little bit of nerves to... How about you, Peter? What's your record?
I think only 110.
110? That's about what mine is. But I was a passenger there, not driving, so...
I remember being a kid and asking, Mom and Dad why the pedometer went up that high, and we never got there.
Right. It's because the wood-sided station wagon wasn't meant to go 130.
I don't think the Ford,
the Woody
wagon was not
66 Bel Air was ever going to get to 100.
Never going to get to 130.
3 on the tree.
Oh yeah.
She was winding up. So that's that. I think I'd like to. Is there any hellos you want to talk about?
Yeah, well, there's a lot. But Denise is saying her ex was present one year. She got to drive at the Iowa Motor Speedway. You can go do that. She says they were clearly go over 150. And
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Now, were you driving, Denise?
That was my question. Is she a passenger?
That's the way it sounds. I think you can do that. I don't remember.
That's cool.
I know you can take those. You can buy those packages, and some of them you ride with another person, and some of them they're driving on your own. So,
okay, let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back with some fun stuff.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections. Like how we connect you to that dream vacation. with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with SeaFirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, morning brothers. I just
You have a mouthful of chocolate
I didn't
bacon.
even. Oh, I thought we were doing this live on air together. I guess we are going to do
I
it
wanted
now.
to. I couldn't take it. So it was the jug of
There's white chocolate
the
underneath.
container of chocolate covered bacon was just sitting there, and you two were over there yapping, and I thought, well,
I'm just gonna eat some bacon.
I'm going to have a piece of this.
It's breakfast.
I like this guy. He calls us out. He was on his phone talking to
was. He
people,
made a
making
phone
phone
call
calls
during
and
the
everything
break.
else.
What? You know what I do for a living?
right here. Yeah, he's an agent man, a secret agent man.
Secret agent, man. Cindy, yeah, I like that.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
I think that'll work. One will not need what a normal amount of bacon that I would normally eat. You
Well,
know,
no.
like 6 pieces.
No,
I don't think I could do that.
It's a bit more of a I don't know what the right word is, but moderation. Then maybe that's the word.
It's rich.
It is very rich. It's very good, but very rich.
Yeah, I took one bite and realized we were almost on air. So
So there you go.
Welcome back, morning breakfast.
welcome back, more
Yeah, just spit bacon, all
bacon
over.
and chocolate or rolling
Just
everywhere.
bacon bits.
Peter's got other things to do besides clean up their microphone.
Let's talk about this drop the ball.
So, a couple things. So, obviously, on New Year's Eve, Times Square, they dropped the ball. Obviously, everybody knows about that. But speaking of which, would you go to that? Would you want to be in Times Square during that thing?
Number one, they charge you more money to get there now.
Well, besides that, if you had unlimited money, you couldn't pay me enough money to stand in that crowd.
No thanks.
Not a chance. Million people in there.
It had to be middle. It was raining.
It was raining. It's cold. There's no place to go to the bathroom. You have to go there early. I mean, like midday. No way now.
What was everybody doing? Wearing a bag thing?
Wearing a catheter or diaper or just pissing themselves, I guess.
I guess that would be.
I mean,
You could wear a diaper,
Yeah,
couldn't you?
you could wear a diaper. I mean, they have Depends and whatnot.
I wondered. I
don't want to wear that around all day, though.
well, it'd be a good test, wouldn't it?
It would be. You wouldn't want to drink much.
Still feeling fresh and clean after the ball hit.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, supposed to wick that away from you, Matt.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
That's what they say on TV.
I will not find out because I am not going. Cindy says oven baked bacon and melted chocolate chips.
Cindy, that's pretty good.
It is pretty dang
I
good.
would have never guessed that somebody could do that, number one,
Yep.
when we mentioned it. And then lo and behold, here it is.
Yeah, and here it is.
Sitting in our studio.
Yes. So anyway, I would not go. I, for one, would not go to New York City to watch that. Not a chance. But
I'm not even sure I'm watching it on TV.
well, I did not this year. I think I was in bed at 8:30. I was sick, but I was in bed at like 8:30.
Fun fact: I've never seen the ball drop on New Year's Eve in New York City.
Well,
ever,
you're usually
on TV.
probably got a gig or something, don't you?
No, I just never watched it.
No. All right.
Yeah, most of the times I actually don't have a gig on New Year's. Like I was at home relaxing with my kids and just
But not watching the ball drop.
not watching the ball drop. Yeah, I don't care.
Well,
I care about New Year's, but I, don't
think
care about the ball
I think
dropping.
that makes you un-American, actually.
I mean, okay, all right. I'm looking at a list right now that looks like makes people un-American. But anyway,
So if you're not going to New York City to watch the ball drop, these other towns, other places have other things that they drop, kind of symbolic of the ball.
yeah, I would rather go to number one that you're about to discuss
Yes.
than watching
So-
the ball drop.
This is awesome.
In Tallapoosa, Georgia, they drop a possum. Spencer is a giant stuffed possum lowered from the sky every year in Tallapoosa, Georgia. Tallapoosa was once called Possum Snout, which is likely where the marsupial reference comes in. Another small southern town, Brasstown, North Carolina, also does a New Year's Eve possum drop, but they use live possums.
I was just going to say, I'm let down. I was like, oh, they drop real possums? Because that's the fun. And I was like, it's a stuffed possum? Immediately disappointed.
Yeah,
okay.
well, but North Carolina, they drop a live possum.
In a plexiglass case.
How do you know that the possum was not injured during the drop?
Well, I don't know.
Let that slowly run across your mind.
I just think
Maybe they put a little helmet on it.
I just think it'd be more fun to drop like 25 of them from the sky and just wherever they land, and good luck.
And this always brings back the WKRP in Cincinnati where they drop turkeys out of a helicopter.
That was the best.
Yes.
Now that's
hilarious.
American.
Did
That
you
was
ever
the
see that?
Yes.
Oh my God. So I thought they could fly. Nope.
They like fall with no style.
With no stopping, no brakes.
It's like Toy Story. That was falling with style. Yeah. Well, that's falling with no style, a turkey flying.
A ginormous ceramic flea drops in North Carolina. It's 3 feet tall and 30 pounds and dropped, and then a 1861 cannon is fired once it hits the ground at midnight.
Boy, the timing of that has to be just spot on, doesn't it?
Well, you don't want a 3 foot tall flea running around, so you got to shoot the damn thing.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's going to take a cannon.
Yeah. Bologna has dropped in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Since 1996 has dropped a 200-pound slab of bologna at the strike of midnight. But fear not, the delicious lunch meat does not go to waste. After the drop each year, the bologna is given to charity.
Yeah, I got to think about that.
So, yeah, here, pick up this splattered bologna off the ground, and here you go.
How are they containing that? I don't know about that one.
Yeah. So,
no matter. I love this list.
Yeah, well, go on.
I feel like I want to do some of these.
Well, so anyway, go on, and we'll get to, I got another point here.
Keep going. I'm just thinking, to heck with the ball. I want to start making.
Well, hey, number 12.
Yeah, go for
it. An 800-pound peach drops in Atlanta, drawing more than 100,000 every year from high atop a 138-foot tower. The 800-pound peach lowers to the ground over a 1-minute countdown. I keep getting disappointed when I hear drop. I just think, boo, there it went.
Well, so the ball that's how the ball drops in New York, is it comes down over a minute.
Really right.
Yeah.
I want carnage. I want epic insanity, like complete starting the new year with total chaos and disruption.
Okay, 18 watermelons in Vincennes, Indiana. Dropping watermelons on New Year's Eve. An 18-foot watermelon replica is raised high in the air every December 31st at midnight, and then 18 real watermelons drop out of it.
Yes.
So
way to go.
The big one has a baby.
Yeah, exactly. A huge peep, the sugar peeps in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. What? 85 pound, 4.5 foot. Peep.
Hold on. Tim doesn't know what a peep is.
You don't know what a peep? You do too.
So think about Easter time. It's those marshmallow birds that everybody eats around Easter time.
I've never even seen them.
What rock do you live under, Tim?
I'm telling you,
it's like the first thing on display when you walk into the store at Easter time.
It's the yellow,
blue, pink. They're like a marshmallow bird.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to enlighten me sometime.
I worry about you.
When
sometimes.
I go to the store, gentlemen, I'm there for a purpose. Peter, back me up on this. When you go,
Peter knows what a peep is.
I know what a peep is, at least.
You're changing the narrative, sir.
But I know what they are.
Yeah, you're just changing the narrative. We as men, it is our solemn duty to go to the store with a purpose. Like we understand this.
Yeah.
Like I agreed.
I am not looking at peeps or anything else.
But you can't help it. It's right there in your face. It's like walking in the door and being like, "Yeah, I didn't see the door." Like it's just right there.
Okay.
A giant replica crab is dropped in Easton, Maryland.
Did we finish the peep thing?
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to get through the list.
Where did it go?
The peep is number 7.
Okay.
It's 85 pounds, 4.5 foot. Now, you don't want to be under that thing because it's all marshmallow, and that'd be a mess.
If that's marshmallow, there's some weights in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big piece of, well, they're also pretty dense.
4.5 foot peep?
Yeah.
Of marshmallow?
Yeah.
I want to see the mug of hot chocolate that thing goes in.
Exactly. 3-foot pickles dropped in Mount Olive, North Carolina. Here's the good one. There's not a lot of details on this, but I am curious. A giant wrench is dropped in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. The wrench drop says Happy New Year started in 2003 as an Eagle Scout project.
I didn't remember a badge for that.
for dropping wrenches.
I just didn't.
I think you can get arrested for it. So you can get a record, maybe not a badge.
Yeah, all right.
So, and a big foam potato in Boise, Idaho, because of course you'd have a big foam potato in Boise, Idaho.
That's where they make potatoes.
That's where they make potatoes. When I moved to Florida, that's what they said. I said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "From Iowa." And they said, "Oh, is that where they grow potatoes?" Although they said,
"Yeah, it is." You friggin' idiot.
Although they said, "Oh, is that where they grow potatoes?" And it's like, no.
And then they're like, "Oh, the Buckeye State."
No, not that one either.
Speaking of which, I think they're going to win the national championship.
I do too.
You're looking pretty good.
They're looking real good.
Peter, your prognostication on the national championship?
I think it will be.
We could just go semis. Who's going to be in the semis?
The semis are
We
set.
are in the semis.
Semis are set.
Well, but who's going to win out of
Who's
that?
going to win? Penn State, Ohio State.
Big Ten final.
10.
Despite their
It
best,
should be that way.
Despite the referee's best efforts to get Texas to the next round, I don't know how you missed that targeting call. That was one of the most egregious calls I've ever seen. Hot garbage inside of a dumpster, inside of a train wreck in a flood. That's how bad that call was.
That's bad. That's bad.
I wonder how you.
That's bad.
Have you given that any thought at all, John?
it just came to me just now.
Mom says we should drop chocolate covered bacon on New Year's Eve.
You know, that would be a very apropos thing for the Morning Breath crew to do.
Yes.
Chocolate covered bacon.
The other part I want to bring up real quick is some of these don't happen at midnight. Some of them happen at like 7 o'clock at night. So and that's more my speed.
For those,
One of them says they do it at 7 o'clock so that you can do that and then go to the bars. So you're not taken out of the
good
bars.
thinking.
It is.
I'm sure it was not cool. I was thinking of you just now because I'm sitting next to you.
Thank you.
Last night, because of our group text, you were talking about passing off the chocolate covered bacon during the game. So funny, Tim. I'm standing there. I'm like dialing. I'm counting the players. I'm in my zone, like right before the game, and Matt comes up to me. Like all shuffles up with his hat pulled low. He's doing hands in his pockets like he's doing his drug deal, and he goes, "So should we do this here or somewhere else?"
I got a smile out of John on that one.
He did. That's the thing. It's like I'd go to another place. Like when I'm all lasered in, and it was hilarious actually.
I did not. I assumed you were there last night, but you stayed off camera.
Yeah, well, good. I'm not meant to be on camera. We put Peter on camera last night, though. He didn't really want to be either. But
I did like being able to see you guys. It was a much better view.
Yeah.
That other view.
Weird. Yeah.
Looking up.
It was cool.
Water bottle.
I went home and watched a bunch of it on the Facebook link afterwards, and it was cool. Yeah. It was neat to watch, especially with the multi-cam view and everything.
I love the camera views. Yeah. I love that. That was good stuff.
We're working on getting a third camera. So
look at us go.
I know.
Or something. We got to take another break.
Yeah, we are way over.
We're
way over. We'll be right back, and we'll get set for the day.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Ahoy, Morning Breathers! Welcome back. We've had a lot of comments today, so we welcome those as usual, and good banner throughout the morning. We don't know where. I failed to mention we don't know where Rachel is today.
No.
She spoke last night in a group text.
We got no word of why she's here or not here.
She might have just overslept.
She might have.
Those things happen.
How come you have it so hot in here today?
You notice that?
Yeah.
I'm about ready
I'm
to
never
disrobe
hot in here, and
people.
I'm hot today.
Yeah, so you can imagine how we're feeling.
Yeah, I know.
So if I pass out during,
I feel like I'm getting a tan underneath the light as we speak, which not complaining about.
Look,
but
I just got a text from Rachel.
do tell.
She's wasn't able to make it this morning.
Couldn't make it. That was.
You don't say.
I don't say.
She's out banging on the door that's locked.
She's not.
Okay. Hey, let's get set for the day, shall we?
Let's get set for the day. Time, 7:47 a.m. It is the 7th day of January. The temperature right now in Fairfield is 11, Washington 11, and Mount Pleasant a balmy 12 degrees.
I'm waiting for this one, the low.
Mostly cloudy today with a high of 23 and a low of 7.
We're on a
Yikes.
7 roll today. But I want you to know, 7's cold, but not near as cold as it is on the moon.
Okay.
So
Minus
that's-
148.
that's so encouraging, Tim. Thank you. I'll remember that when I open my bill from Alliant Energy. That was 4 times the amount of what it was the month before.
Yeah.
Minus 148.
I
There,
heard they
John
took
DeVois.
wasn't that like a 50% rate increase or something?
It's unreal. I'm not going to swear on air, so please keep going.
right.
Otherwise, I will.
Today's headlines from SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Fairfield.
I've seen you swear on.
3 residents and 1 worker at Addington Place of Fairfield were honored with quilts of valor during a ceremony on Sunday, January 5th. The handmade quilts recognize the service of military veterans. Recipients included Alan Reynolds, Raymond Garing, Michael Carlson, and Taylor McLeland. Mount Pleasant in April 2023, Sigma Alimentos announced its acquisition of West Liberty Foods plant. Nearly a year and a half later, the company is working to make its market in the Mount Pleasant area known through outreach efforts, community donations, and local engagements. And in Washington, the Washington County Supervisors appeared mostly willing to stay the course on salary raises for the local government staff next fiscal year. After decision makers suggested they might reverse motions for the pay hikes, supervisors approved a 2% raise for all elected officials and their deputies and 2.5% for all other staff.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sports tonight. Fairfield is hosting a boy-girl wrestling quad tonight versus Sheraton Wapello and North Mahaska, and nothing happening with Washington and Mount Pleasant.
They had a big game last night.
They did. Everybody had a big game last night. This day in history, on this day in 1968, an uncrewed U.S. space probe, Surveyor 7, was launched, and a few days later made a soft landing on the moon. So, 1968.
Boy, that was that was really cool.
Yeah. I just watched a movie this weekend. It's on Apple TV because, I have a subscription to that.
You've got everything.
Yeah. Fly Me to the Moon. Then it's a movie, but it's about landing on the moon, about the going there. But they also filmed an alternate landing in case the video feed didn't work.
Well, be darned.
It's also not real. It's a movie.
I was just going to say, there's conversation out there. Do you think the moon landing was real, or was it all green screened?
Well, according to the movie I watched, they had a whole soundstage set up to replicate the moon and had this.
That's my point exactly.
Yeah.
It's food for thought.
It's not. It's really not.
Just trying to stir the pot on this Tuesday. Come on, man.
It's really not. All right. Random joke, random quote, or random fact. You can pick, John.
It's junk food. What?
You can pick random joke, random quote, or a random fact.
You just can't do a random fact. We did that yesterday, didn't we?
We did a random quote yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I was going to choose. Dang it.
Well, okay, we can do back to back.
You can do one of the other ones. You choose,
did
Matt.
say you could choose.
Random fact.
Random fact. 1 million seconds is about 11 days. How long do you think a billion seconds is?
It's 1,000 times that. 11,000 days.
1 million seconds. Well, okay. In years. I don't know how many.
You changed the question.
Well,
he nailed it. Good job, Tim.
It might be. 1 billion seconds is about 31 and a half years. So a million is 11 days and a billion is 31
How would anybody know that? The calculators don't go up that high.
I have an Apple calculator and it does all kinds of things.
Does it really?
I don't have any idea. I didn't do the math. I just saw it.
So there you have it, folks. Not only is it colder than snot on the moon, 11, what was it?
1 million. Well, I don't know, 1 million seconds. I don't know where the moon came into that.
Well,
Mike.
because that's
Travel time.
Travel time.
Yes.
Travel time.
That brought me back to how far away the
Glad I
speed
could
of
help you
light
out.
is and stuff. Thanks, John. I'm not myself.
Random joke,
Nah.
random quote, random fact, or random thought from Tim.
Yeah, just whatever.
Those are free.
Bouncing around.
Those
in
are
there.
free.
Those are free.
Yeah, bonus. All right. I don't think we've ever gone this long before, and I've got places to go. So we're going to wrap this up. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for commenting. Cindy, thanks again. I'm going to have another piece of bacon on my way out. And then I don't know what's going to happen with the rest of that, but it will get devoured, I am certain.
It will not go to waste.
Will not go to waste. Thanks for everybody for joining. We will see you back here tomorrow.